How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Now, in the past two videos, I talked about my impressions of zombies and my impressions of blackout mode. Now today, I kind of want to do a review for the entire game. I want to talk about the pros, talk about the cons, and most importantly, I want to talk about that $60 price tag for this game. Since there's no story mode, there's no campaign, I want to just go over everything and give you my honest opinion on if this game is worth $60. So with that said, let's get into it. So right off the bat, I think this game is fun. I've not played Call of Duty in a long time. Like I said, it's been 7 years. I talked about that in my previous videos, but it's been 7 years since I played Call of Duty, and this is the first one that I've picked up in a long time. And I gotta say, not much has changed. It's still Call of Duty. The gameplay is still fast. It's really, really fast gameplay, especially the multiplayer, like free-for-all, team deathmatch, that sort of stuff is really fast-paced. If you're not a fan of fast-paced gameplay, then you're probably not gonna like this, and you're probably not gonna like Call of Duty in general, which is my problem. Like, I am not a fan of the multiplayer at all. Like, I can't stand it. The problem is, I took all this time off from Call of Duty, but all of the hardcore fanboys didn't. So they're used to the gameplay, they're used to the maps, they're used to the weapons, they're used to everything. So there's definitely a skill gap there. I'm sure if I practiced a lot, I would get a lot better, but for me, the multiplayer isn't fun. So, I mean, there's tons of people that do like the multiplayer, but so the majority of my review is going to be based off of the other two things, Blackout and the zombies, which I think that right there is enough content to give a review on. So for me, the multiplayer is just bonus. With that said, I want to talk about zombies first. So zombies, it's fun. I like the maps. I like the one prison map is just a flashback to the old map back in like Black Ops 1 or 2, I think it was. And they added more to it. I like how there's customization options. And it's fun right off the bat. But the problem with zombies, and it's always been a problem, is that after a while, it just starts to get repetitive. Like, once you reach level like 25 or 30, you're just... It gets boring. It just becomes a drag. You're like, well, okay, well, I already have 2 pack-a-punched weapons. I'm one-shotting all the zombies. Like, what do I do? You already have all the doors unlocked. You have all the drinks purchased. You probably have an excess amount of points saved up by this point into the zombie rounds. And it just gets kind of repetitive. Like, I was so bored around, like, wave 30 that I was just running around collecting weapons off the walls and pack-a-punching them just to see what they would do. So that's always been a problem with zombies. It's kind of like horde mode, but I mean, you can only go so far. It's really fun initially when you are like discovering the map and you're discovering all the secrets and stuff, but after you do that for the first time and you know where everything is and you know all the secrets of the map, it kind of loses its appeal. It might not be that way for everybody, but that's how it's affected me personally and all my friends. Like, none of my friends really enjoy zombies because of that. They know once they reach a certain wave, it just kind of feels dull at that point because you know you're just going to eventually get bored and just die. So, zombies is initially fun. It does have some improvements. It's got customization options. There's tons of different weapons and stuff, and it's a really good team dynamic and stuff, but it's initially just like a horde mode like everything else, and you just go until you die, and it gets a little repetitive, but it was initially fun. So that's my opinion on zombies. Now let's talk about the blackout mode, the AAA version of Battle Royale. Now there's some pros and cons. The pros are it's fun gameplay, it's a huge map, tons of different weapon variations and stuff. Like, it's a fun game mode. I like their twist on Battle Royale. I think it's good. The problem is, for it being a $60 game, you have to look long term. Like, yes, it's fun like the first week. Well, what about the second week, or the third week, or the fourth week, or the fifth week? Like, there's a season pass with this game, which is pretty expensive. So, I mean, they haven't said anything about, are they going to tweak this map? Like, look at Fortnite. Fortnite continually updates their game. They keep changing the map. They add new terrain and stuff to keep it kind of fresh. Look at PUBG. They added a few new maps for people just to add some variation so it doesn't get old. Are they going to add another map for blackout mode? Are they going to change the terrain? Because if they don't, it's going to get really repetitive after a while. It's just going to be the same map over and over and over. And if nothing ever changes, then it's going to get old. At least with Fortnite and PUBG, they added variation. Are you going to have to pay for another Blackout map? Like, do you have to buy the season pass or to get the deluxe edition? Now, I tried to do some research and I couldn't find anything about them saying they're going to do anything for Blackout. I know that they're going to have extra zombie maps and stuff with the season pass and multiplayer maps, but I couldn't find anything for the Blackout mode. Now, maybe they're just waiting to see if it's popular or not, and they'll go from there. But yeah, if they don't do any upgrades to it, then what's the point? Now, which kind of brings up the question, like, is this worth $60? Because if you spend $60 and they don't do anything to Blackout mode, then, I mean, what's the point? You already spent $60 up front. Look at Fortnite. Fortnite doesn't cost anything, and they keep changing their map. I'm pretty sure the PUBG map's for free, too. So, $60, the zombie mode gets repetitive after a little while. Blackout mode, I mean, it's not repetitive for me at the moment, but I would imagine if I keep playing the same map, match after match after match after match for weeks upon weeks, it's going to get old. It's the same with every video game. If you play the same thing over and over and over and over, it's the same thing with anything in life. If you do the same thing repetitively, it gets tiresome. It loses its appeal. It's not going to be as fun. So I can't really give my seal of approval on this for it being $60 unless they continually did updates for it. But Activision is really, really greedy. Hence why it's $60 and there's a season pass with no campaign mode. I mean, it is fun, but it's also the first week that it's been out. So it's fresh, it's new, it's exciting, it's a new video game. I mean, all new video games are fun the first week, but I don't know how long it can go on. So unless they do free updates, I don't see this being $60. I would price this maybe as like a $40 game. Now, like I said, the multiplayer isn't really for me. I know a lot of people enjoy the multiplayer, and for those people, if you enjoy the whole package, then yeah, this might be $60, and those people will have no problem buying the season pass. But for when I judge a video game, I look at it as, do I get my bang for my buck? Do I get enough content for $60? Look at Spider-Man, for example, for PlayStation 4. Spider-Man was a complete story, had tons of side missions, tons and tons of content. And then there's a season pass with that, and they add DLC chapters, which adds more to the story. I feel like for the amount of content, that was easily worth $60 plus the season pass. With Blackout and Black Ops, they're going to add just maybe, 2 or 3 zombie maps, if that. They're going to add a few multiplayer maps, and then you just get random points and stuff so you can buy skins. And I think it's like $40 extra for the season pass. To me, it's not worth it. To the hardcore Call of Duty fan, it probably is worth it, but if you're just the average person looking to play a Battle Royale mode, definitely take it into consideration if they're going to support it. Now, if they give out free updates and they have tweaks to the map and they have another extra map given out to us for free, then yeah, it's worth $60. But if Activision pulls an Activision and charges you and nickels and dimes you for everything and charges for a second map, then I don't think it's worth $60. I'd give this game probably $40 worth of fun over time. But that is just my opinion. I mean, like I said, I do enjoy it. It is fun. It's fun to play with friends. The zombies was fun at the start, but then it gets repetitive. Blackout mode is also fun, but I'm worried that will definitely get repetitive since it's the same map. But let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think? Has it already gotten repetitive? Do you fear the same thing as I do? Or do you just not even care and you're having so much fun that it's worth the whole 60 or 120 or however much the season pass is? I mean, let me know. I'm down to hear everybody's opinions. But if you enjoyed this video, I mean, you already made it this far, so you might as well give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Be sure to check out another video. Join the Discord, where me and all the other subscribers just talk about video games and all kinds of stuff. I will leave a link in the description for the Discord if you want to join that. And yeah, that's going to do it for me. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.